In Springfield, Tennessee, a great matchup. The Madisonville Defenders against the South Haven Christian School Patriots. An 8-man extreme, all part of the Extreme Sports Network. Spencer Thompson along with James Shannon will be joining me on camera in just a second. You know the storyline for both teams. Both of them winless in 2016. South Haven came from the TSSCS undefeated, then came into MTAC, went completely winless, and looked for not only that with a building year, but also coming into this season looking for a victory here in their home field at Martin Luther King Jr. Park in Springfield, Tennessee. Meanwhile, the Madisonville Defenders getting off to a little bit of a start as well. They had an 0-8 record, same as the Patriots. So one of these teams will break that win streak, or that loss streak tonight, and one team will exit out, breaking that streak for the first win since 2015. And of course, the Defenders, formerly the Grace Baptist School Defenders, changing their name. Of course, they faced 3 of the top 6 teams in the MTAC, and they almost had a win against the Central Baptist School Swordsmen, who have since dropped out of 8-man football. They came close to a win, and what came down to a 2-point conversion that they failed and ended up losing the game. And again, going back to the South Haven Christian School Patriots, they lost in the national championship game in 2015 after going completely winning every single game, no loss on the record, then losing the national championship and going for a streak of 0-9 so far. They will either go 0-10 after tonight's loss, or they will go 1-8 to break their winless streak. Of course, James Shannon going to hop on here in camera in just a moment. The Patriots looking a little bit, they had senior quarterbacks in 2014 and 2015. Last year it was junior Kobe Rojo, who stepped up, and he was favored to be the starter today. Of course, James has the stats on those starting quarterbacks and everything, so we'll go over those in just a few minutes. As James, of course, had to take some notes down on his phone. This is what happens when you don't bring 2 pens to the pre-broadcast. So looking again, the freshman Andrew Crawley. That Crawley may share time as well with Kobe Rojo at the quarterback position. And both of those players very favored to be quarterbacks in tonight's game. But, of course, we have the starting lineups. James Shannon now coming on stream. Now, James, we had a great game last night with the Hendersonville Crusaders and the Tennessee Heat. Close game all throughout until about the third, fourth quarter with the lead now. But now we have 2 guys who are looking to break their winless streak from 2015. What's going to take for either of these teams? Well, as we get into that, let's go with the starting lineups first, James.
Well, with starting lineups for South Haven Christian School tonight, you're going to have, your starting offense is going to be number 5, Emmanuel Ding, number 10, Isaac Wales, number 13, Enzo Saver. You're going to have number 16, Kobe Rojo, number 22, Xavier Vincent, number 55, Nate Green, number 63, Nick Ambrose, and number 99, AJ Varula. On defense, you're going to have number 5, Emmanuel Ding, number 10, Isaac Walls, number 12, Andrew Crawley, a freshman. You're going to have freshmen at both of your cornerback positions, Emmanuel Ding and Andrew Crawley. Xavier Vincent, number 22, is going to be on the starting defense as well. He's a senior. He's one of the captains. Number 55, Nate Green, will get the start on defense tonight. Number 61, Aaron Reff as well. And rounded out by number 85, Estevan Covington. He will be the last member of the starting defense. Of course, South Haven Christian School coached by Jason Zimmerman, with Michael Crawley, Paul Dauphin, and Dwayne Wilson rounding out the coaching staff. So last year, like you mentioned, both of these teams going winless, and Madisonville, of course, it was their first year. For South Haven Christian, they were coming off a fantastic 2015. 2014, they also won the TSSCS title, and they played for it in 2012 and 2013. So played for it 4 years in a row, won it the last 2, and then came over to the league. Big expectations, but injuries just took their toll, and so these guys ended up 0-8, as well as Madisonville in their first year. But a lot of players are coming back from last year. You have both your starting quarterbacks, Josh Jones for the Madisonville Defenders and Kobe Rojo for South Haven Christian. They're both juniors and have both showed a lot of confidence, showed a lot of poise last week in the Jamboree over at CCS. They both participated in that. They did not play each other, but they both participated. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how both of these quarterbacks do. I'm looking forward also to seeing how number 22, Xavier Vincent, does. for South Haven Christian, opposing number 23 Chris Hagg and number 4 Hunter Benson. They both had really good games last week in the Jamboree. So those are just some of the things I'm looking forward to.
Mm-hmm. Now, I did have a chance to talk with the coach for the Defenders just a few minutes before we started the broadcast here, and he said after looking forward to the Hendersonville game, which will be at live next week, he said they're not scared. He said they saw them in the Jamboree. They just adjusted some stuff on defense, but they are not scared of Hendersonville, even when I told them the score from yesterday, even though it was a close game, of course. But they're ready for next week, and we'll be live from Madisonville next week for the Extreme Game of the Week Part 1, as we'll have another Part 2 next Saturday. But at least talking a little bit about this game. So you look at the roster and starting there, Andrew Crawley, the freshman, he's starting on defense, but he's not starting on offense when he was favored to be in the quarterback position a little bit with either Kobe Rojo. Do you think sort of seniority is playing for Kobe Rojo to start with that, or at least from what we've seen of Crawley so far in practices and such, is it that Kobe Rojo deserves the starting position?
I think it's that he deserves it. You know, like I said last week in the Jamboree, he showed a lot of confidence. I think just having a year under his belt. We mentioned in the Extreme Preview that, you know, South Haven had used 2 straight senior quarterbacks, and so they hadn't trained anybody, and so Rojo was just kind of thrown into that starting quarterback position. So that's something definitely that you know, I think plays into it, and of course he came into this year with a lot more confidence, and so I do expect though that if he falters any or you know, starts to make mistakes, I don't doubt that they will send Crawley in to take over the quarterback position. But Crawley's going to have his hands full tonight on defense, along with, like we mentioned, Emmanuel Ding, both freshmen, and they're both going to start at corners, opposing some of these older wide receivers for Madisonville. So that's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on tonight.
Mm-hmm. And looking a little bit at the Defenders, we've got some players to keep an eye on as well, such as junior Josh Jones, who I believe you said he's getting the starting quarterback position there. So he's got that starting there, as well as, you know, seniors Ethan Garrison, such. So looking of course at that, a lot of them participated in the All-Star game last year from Kentucky, so they obviously have some skills behind them and such. But who else are we going to look at with the Defenders going into this game?
Well, the Defenders starting lineup, on offense, you're going to have number 1, Jackson Vincent, number 4, Hunter Benson, number 5, Josh Jones, number 17, Ryan Barden, number 23, Chris Hogg, number 24, Caleb Jones, number 44, Noah Marshall, and number 48, Ethan Taylor. On defense for Madisonville, you're going to have number 4, Hunter Benson. He's going to play both ways. Farron Harris is going to get the start at cornerback tonight. He's number 16. Ryan Barden is going to be on starting defense as well at number 17. Davis Miller, number 33, will have the start at corner. Zach Eastwood will have the start, and he's number 44, and he is a freshman. So that's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on. No, Marshall is not a freshman. Ethan Taylor, number 48, will get the start on the defensive line. And then Ethan Garrison, an all-star from last year, will have an opportunity to get the start tonight on defense, more than likely at a linebacker position, so or defensive end here. He plays a little bit of both, so it's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on tonight. Danny Grass, the head coach, Jason Corbett, Greg Hogg, and Mike Jones, who is the owner of the team per se. But he's kind of the athletic director, but he will have the opportunity to see his guys in action. And like we said, they're going for their first win and really program history going into the first home game tomorrow night, next Friday night. South Haven, they haven't won a game since November of 2015, so definitely going to be something to keep an eye on.
Absolutely, and the Patriots about to come out of the end zone right there. You can see the scoreboard behind us. It's game time in Springfield on Saturday Night MTech football. You're going the wrong way there, James.
Let's go over here and get the run in.
So, of course, we see here the guys about to come in, the South Haven Christian School Patriots. Again, as James mentioned, winless since November of 2015, going 0-8, looking for their first victory in 2017. And we'll get the coin toss as well in just a few moments. Yes, sir. We're also, if you don't mind, we'd like to get the coin toss as well. We're broadcasting live. Thank you.
Hey, if y'all gonna do I want to be on that side if you're gonna do the coin toss.
All right, thank you, sir.
But I'll be facing this way.
Okay.
Here come the Patriots starting to run through. One of the players running on the outside of the tunnel there, just a rebel, number 13. And here they are, the South Haven Christian School Patriots, repping their new Bills uniforms.
Bill Light, yeah.
Yeah. Just a shot here of the Madisonville Defenders, formerly the Central Baptist School Defenders. Or excuse me, formerly the Grace Baptist School Defenders, just changing their team name and such, and it's game time in Springfield. Sir, you wanted us on this side?
Whichever way, I'm be on whichever way you want to be. You can be on whichever side.
Thank you, sir.
Are y'all ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, I direct your attention to midfield where the captains are approaching for the coin toss for tonight's game. Captains for the defenders, number 5, Joshua Jones. 23, Chris Hayes. 44, Noah Marshall. For the Patriots,
Good luck, everybody.
captain number 22, Xavier Benson. 55, Dan Creed.
Hey, we're looking for y'all for leadership, all right? So the most important thing today is enjoy yourselves and sportsmanship. You understand? You're the visiting team. I have heads and I have tails. I have heads and I have tails. What do you want to call? Tails. I'm going to let it hit the ground. It is tails. You want to kick, receive, or defer? Defer. You want the football? Which goal would you like to defend? You want to defend that one?
All right, so as you heard that the defenders have chosen to defer, so South Haven will receive the ball first at the end, closest to the scoreboard. So the Patriots will take possession to start out this football game. We're going to head up to the broadcast booth. It's Saturday night MTAC football next. Of course, just had to get the camera blank for a little bit there. We're up in the press box here at Martin Luther King Jr. Park, Springfield, Tennessee. So again, the defenders won the coin toss and elected to defer, so South Haven will be receiving it first.
Hunter Benson in to kick for the defenders. Xavier Vincent back to receive.
It looks like Hunter Benson is going to get these starting kickoff responsibilities.
That's Hunter Benson, and it's kicked off. We are underway in Springfield. That's received by 5. The Patriots staying on his feet. Just forced out of bounds there. That's number 5 for the South Haven Patriots, Emmanuel Dang. It's a freshman getting that kick on the first down. Again, this is another 80-yard field here in MTAC, so right at midfield, good positioning for the Patriots to start out this football game. So it'll be first and 10 here for the Patriots. One of the interesting strategies they're trying here is having a knee down in the huddle. It looks like they actually had one of the Patriots injured there. That's number 4, Hunter Benson injured from the defenders. So he's going to be looked at. That's an unfortunate injury early on for the defenders, James.
Yeah, it's opening kickoff. There's nothing you want less, but we'll see how it goes. Here we go.
First and 10 here for the Patriots. Kobe Rojo in the shotgun. Got a receiver on left motion on the play. This ball snapped, handed off to number 10, Isaac Wallace, going on the right side. Wallace lost, and he's staying in bounds, avoiding a tackle from 6. Goes all the way, touchdown, Patriots! Isaac Wallace gets the touchdown there. Tackle not made by the defenders there, and that's a 6 points instantly for the Patriots.
Yeah, to open up the game like that, and Wallace being a first-year player for the Patriots, first and only year player, a transfer in from Texas, so making his presence known right off the bat. For the Patriots.
It'll be a 2-point conversion attempt here for the Patriots. We saw at least one field goal attempt last night from the Heat. So it's handed off, and 2-point conversion is good. The 2-point conversion made by 22, Xavier Vincent. So now it's an 8-0 ball game, just 25 seconds in.
Yeah, and Spencer to start out with an opening kick, a good return on the opening kickoff, first play from scrimmage, be able to score on it. It's a big momentum builder there to come off of what was really a disappointing year, and to start a fresh year, be able to start like that was really big. And for Madisonville, these guys, it's their opening night too, their first game, and so it's really kind of I don't want to say depressing, but it's like you really have to you're playing from behind now. You're playing from behind. So, it's something that these guys are definitely going to have to try to overcome.
Of course, both of these teams playing from behind, not having any wins on the record so far. The defenders, their first year of football last year. So,
we mentioned South Haven hasn't won a game since November of 2015. So.
Exactly. So both of these teams wanting to break their winless streak of 0-8. It's an onside kick tried by the Patriots early on. Tapped up, shoved down, and the Patriots recover the onside kick. It's an interesting move to try early on in the game for the Patriots, but a good surprise there to get the defenders off guard, and it's now 1st and 10, South Haven.
Yeah, that's a big play there to be able to get that kick. And it seems like it's something that, Kobe Rojo's a good soccer player, so you would think he'd be able to be able to kick it deeper. But, almost like a little bit of strategy there from the coach, try to get that kick back, maybe go up by 2 scores and just, as quickly as possible deflate the defenders and make it to where, maybe they give up even in the first half.
Of course, it looks like Hunter Benson is not on the field as of now. Actually, it looks like they did bring the ball back. Looks like it was a penalty on the Patriots. It may have been that shove down where one of the players was going for the ball and they rammed into him. They brought the ball back to the 25-yard line. The Patriots will re-kick.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There was a lot of contact on that kick, and obviously the officials agree. So, re-kick there.
So another onside kick attempt here. The player falls short, and the Patriots get it this time. We do not see any penalty flags on the play there. It looks like it was recovered by number 5, Josh Jones. That's a junior.
Patriots football, 1st and 10.
The Patriots got the onside kick there. No penalties. So that's number 5, Manuel Ding from the Patriots.
With the reception.
So another good field position right at the same place they started on the last drive, the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10 here for the Patriots. So man behind Rojo and one to his left. Rojo hands it off to Wallace, going on the right side again, and he will avoid several tackles and gets into the end zone again. That's a touchdown. Isaac Wallace with his 2nd touchdown in under 60 seconds.
Yeah, trying to right off the bat, just trying to like I said, to deflate them, to maybe make them seem like they're defeated, make them feel defeated, and that'll reflect on their gameplay. I mean, they still have yet to have a play of offense. And we haven't even gotten to a minute into the ball game, and it's already a 14-0 game.
Again, not even 60 seconds in, and 2 touchdowns by Kobe Rojo. Actually, did they bring this back? Looks like they did. It's an illegal block in the back on the Patriots, so they brought this back. Well, the flag's hard to see on this field here. And it's a 1st down and 5 for the Patriots. They brought the ball back with that penalty call. So Kobe Rojo will still just have 1 touchdown on his record, but, of course, hungry for a 2nd one. Here's motion on the play. Kobe Rojo pitches it to his running back.
Hand off to Benson.
That's to Benson.
Ryan Martin. Stop for no gain.
So about no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10. So now 2nd down and looks like 4. They'll count 1 yard on the play there, the Patriots. Being called back after that penalty. There's a toss incomplete intended for Isaac Wallace. Kobe Rojo taking the pass there. Of course, Wallace had that touchdown earlier in the game. Of course, the clock has stopped at 10:22. The Patriots leading 8-0 here in Springfield. The defenders have not even had a chance at offense with the successful onside kick by the Patriots recovered. So the Madisonville defenders still looking to have some offense. For now, they'll be trying to keep another score from happening. Here's the Patriots. Kobe Rojo hands it off, and there goes Wallace again on the left side, and he will avoid. He's off to the races, and Isaac Wallace will go in for the touchdown. And there's the 2nd touchdown on the game for Isaac Wallace, and all under 2 minutes. The defenders are just having although it may seem a little bit as a joke, they're having trouble defending.
Yeah, it's they're definitely struggling, on defense, and it's something that they're going to have to make an adjustment and quick. They got lucky that second touchdown was called back. They've really gotten lucky off of 2 penalties so far. But, now it's 14-0. There's no flags on the field. We're going for 16-0. So 2 full scores down and not even 2 minutes into the ball game.
So now the 2-point conversion attempt here for the Patriots, handed off, and easy 2-point conversion made by Xavier Vincent. So with 10:08 left to go in the first quarter, it's 16-0. The Patriots take an early lead. Of course, for those of you tuning in, thank you for tuning into tonight's Extreme Game of the Week, Part 2. Part 1 being last night in Hendersonville. Of course, Spencer Thompson, James Shannon here with 8-Man Extreme, part of the Extreme Sports Network, bringing you every bit of action here from Springfield's Martin Luther King Jr. Park. This is Kobe Rojo taking the kickoff. It's quarterback and kicker. Another onside kick attempt, and it's missed and goes out of bounds. The flag will be thrown there. I believe they'll place the ball at about the 30-yard line, so that'll be good field advantage for the defenders on offense.
Yeah, Spencer, another unlucky flag there for the Patriots. It really makes it the third flag that has gone in favor of Madisonville, but maybe this, the defenders can get on offense and maybe put some points on the board, maybe get within a score.
So now this will make it 1st and 10 for the defenders. Their first offensive play, place the ball at about the 33-yard line. So we'll see what Madisonville can do on this drive. Here's Josh Jones, the junior quarterback, in the shotgun with a man to his right. Motion on the play. Jones hikes the ball loose. A little bit of miscommunication there as Jones will be brought down for a huge sack. Fumble picked up by the Patriots. But the referee rules it down by contact. So that will count as a sack there. But even if it had been a touchdown or not on that play, James, that was just an unfortunate miscommunication there between Jones and Benson.
Yeah, just, that's one of the most important things that you can do. And we saw that a lot last night, especially from Hendersonville, a lot of low snaps. And so that's something that you have to get under control. But at least the defenders get to stay on offense.
And they'll try this motion again. Ball snapped, and here's Jones in the shotgun. Toss across the middle, caught by 23 Chris Haig, and he's going on the left side, managing to avoid a tackle there. Went brought down at about the 38-yard line, just short of midfield. So that'll be a 3rd down and about 7 there for the defenders. A great gain back from that sack that they just had. Still a long way to go to get back to the 1st down marker. It looks like they're going to bring this back with a flag in the backfield. Trying to interpret the referee signal there. It may have been too many men on the field or a legal substitution. But regardless, they're bringing the ball back for 4th down. The defenders on offense will have to punt it away. Oh, it's about 4th down and 22. Now the defenders will be forced to punt it away, but they will take a fake run and going on the left side, trying to get more of a 1st down there. It doesn't look like he will reach the 1st down marker, not even close. That was Hunter Benson doing the fake punt there. It was worth a shot by the defenders, but didn't work in their favor. The Patriots now on 1st down with great field positioning.
Yeah, you got to take some chances. Not even 4 minutes into the ball game, and these guys, like we mentioned, it's 16-0, and this was their first offensive try of the night and offensive drive. So you got to try something, but South Haven's explosive offense will go back onto the field.
And the Patriots having players like Emmanuel Deng and Kobe Rojo on their side. And Emmanuel Deng so far so the ball snapped and handed off. There's Benson again. Gets down to about the 24-yard line. That'll make it about 2nd down and 3 for the Patriots.
2nd and 4 for the Patriots.
Second and 3. It's Kobe Rowe, motion on the play. Rowe hands it off to Wallace again. There's a flag in the backfield. So Wallace going in and just short of the goal line, but this may be brought back. They'll bring this back. It's a holding called on the offense, so they'll bring this back. Looks like it'll be... I believe they'll bring this back and make it 2nd down. Oh, it's still 2nd down, but that'll make it about 2nd and 15, it looks like. So 2nd and long after the holding penalty, and here goes Rojo on the left side. He's brought down at the about the 32-yard line, so that'll bring it to 3rd down and 11. So the Patriots have a long way to go to get back on a 1st down here.
Now 11 yards on 3rd down.
So about 3rd and 11 here for the Patriots. Here's Rojo alone in the shotgun. Motion on the play again from Wallace. There's Vincent taking on the right side, avoiding a tackle there, and Xavier Vincent will avoid tackles and go in for the touchdown. It's a senior at 6'1", 190 pounds. Xavier Vincent just a dominant force there. So now Isaac Wallace won't be the only one with a score in this game, James.
Yeah, he's had a great game, but Vincent showing up and doing what he does best.
So 2-point conversion attempt coming up here. Xavier Vincent getting the touchdown, and Isaac Wallace getting the first 2 touchdowns. Here's the 2-point conversion attempt for the Patriots. And ball loose a little bit there, and Xavier Vincent trying to plow through, and it's good. 2-point conversion good. It's now 24-0 already with 6:34 left to go in the first. It's more of a blowout than we anticipated, James.
Yeah, Spencer, you could definitely we'll more than likely have a running clock come 2nd quarter, and that'll speed this game up. But I mean, you just hate to see this right off the bat like this. But for South Haven, just like I said earlier, just a really big confidence boost.
And the defenders, of course, they'll be traveling back home next week. At least they'll be traveling back tonight, but next week they'll have their home game against the Hendersonville Christian Academy Crusaders, who we saw last night put up a pretty decent battle against the Tennessee Heat. So it's possible we may see a blowout in that.
Pretty decent. They won.
When I say pretty decent, I mean that they didn't do a complete blowout or anything like that. They just kept it real close. So the defenders will travel back home and host the Crusaders next Friday. We'll be at that game for part of the first Extreme Game of the Week. So now the Patriots will kick off again. We'll see another potential onside kick here, and they will handle it. And 71 of the defenders, Tanner Varney, chased after it, but the ball went out of bounds. So ball, with that flag, because of the ball going out of bounds, it'll be placed about the 30. Okay, that's right. Because the ball is past the 35-yard line, they place the ball at the spot of the flag. So about the 37-yard line is where the defenders will have their field advantage. We'll see what they can do here.
First and 10 for the defenders on their own 37.
A timeout called here. Looks like a timeout called by the defenders. With 5:59 left to go in the first quarter, the Patriots dominating 24-0 at home.
Hey, Howard, did you have a number on that block in the back?
Yeah. He's going to. Not what all he grabs. He just dominate.
Okay, but you had a block in the back on the long run. Did you have a number on that?
So after the timeout, it's 1st and 10 on the 37 for the defenders. Players will line up. Jones again alone in the backfield. He's got 2 receivers on his right, 1 on his left. Motion on the play. Jones hands it off to Vincent. Vincent tripped up in the backfield at the 35-yard line, so that'll be a loss of 2 on the play. So it's 2nd and 12. Actually, they'll spot this here at about the 36-yard line, so it's 2nd and 11.
Jackson Vincent on the defender's carry.
Second and 11. Jones again tosses it off to his left. Incomplete pass. It was Caleb Jones with the incomplete pass. It's now 3rd and 11.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking rough for Madisonville. You know, they're near the end of the year. They were able to put together a couple good games, and it looked like maybe coming into this year, being their 2nd year, there wouldn't be as many first-year mistakes, but that's all we've seen tonight.
Some of their first-year mistakes coming back here in 2017 as Jones tosses it out on the right side. It is caught and held in. There's number 4, Hunter Benson, going off to the races, and Hunter Benson for the touchdown. Just as we say they're making mistakes there, Hunter Benson with a great pull, and it looked like Julio Gonzalez from the Patriots could have gotten an interception there with the ball a little bit off. He just had a little bit of distraction there. But that's Hunter Benson with the touchdown. It looks like the defenders might be getting into their stride.
Yeah, he just went across the middle, and there was nothing there. He was able to catch the ball and kind of turn it to the outside and just show that speed. I'll tell you, he had another great player doing that jamboree last week against Bowling Green that did the same thing. And
they're gonna bring this back, an eligible man at downfield, and it's just kind of hard to see the flags on this field and the conditions, but an eligible man at downfield ruled by the referee, so they bring this back. It's 3rd down and 13. The referee's having a conversation here with one of the players just to make sure that he's aware of the rules. Is a timeout called by the defenders. So rightfully so after that. Again, the referee ruled ineligible player downfield on that touchdown. Could have been a good turning point for the defenders, but it looks like they're going to have to regroup here.
Yeah, but the promising thing is you know that they can do it, and you know that they can make plays. Hunter Benson is going to be one of those guys to watch tonight, and or this evening. So, like I said, they know that they can do it, and so it's a matter of just doing it and not making those little mistakes with the snap and the fumbling and the bad throws. That's stuff that you can't afford to do in your opening game. First quarter, and it's already a runaway game almost. I mean, it's 3 scores, but it's somewhat runaway.
Yeah, and 24-0, the MTAC rule is that if you get to 35 points or more on your opponent, the clock continually runs. So that only takes 11 more points for the Patriots to put up, and with the way they've been playing, it's very possible for them to do that. So now Jones again in the backfield. 2 receivers on right, 1 on left. Ball snapped. Jones going to his right. Rushed, spins out a tackle, releases another one, but is finally brought down by several Patriots in the backfield. Manley brought down by 44, Josu Pantino. So now it is Jose Pantino. No, look at the way his name's spelled. Josue. That's how it's pronounced. Our filmer for the Patriots giving us the right pronunciation up here. James trying to act like he's right. We're both wrong in this case, James. All right, so now 4th down and long here for the defenders, about 4th and 20. So the defenders will have to punt it away unless they try another punt sneak. And it looks like the ball loose, and again another attempted run here by Hunter Benson, and still on his feet, manages to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that will be amazing field advantage for the Patriots. It's now 1st down and 10 on the 29-yard line.
At the defender's 30-yard line.
Again, we want to thank you guys that are watching live, and appreciate you tuning in to tonight's ballgame.
1st and 10 on the 28-yard line for the Patriots. Quarterback sneak. It's Kobe Rowe trying to push through. He gets a decent amount of yards on that play. It'll be a gain of about 5. So it'll make it 2nd and 5 here. About the 25-yard line. It's a decent gain by Rojo.
Yeah, and if you're the Patriots, I mean, there's no reason to really, be doing a lot of highlight home run plays, unless you really just want to get up and running. Yeah, I mean, you might as well just run the ball and you get the score up a little bit more. That way you get a running clock, but you don't want to blow them out too bad.
That's a handoff to Xavier Vincent. It's brought down just outside the line of scrimmage. That's a 3rd down and 4. The Patriots, of course, just trying to run down the clock here before they make it an actual running clock with 35 points on the board. Third down and about 4 here. And here's Rojo calling a timeout, just a little bit of offensive confusion.
Timeout called by the Patriots.
So 1:50 left to go in the first quarter. It's a 24-0 score. The Patriots dominating the defenders.
I'll tell you something interesting that I'm looking forward to seeing at some point tonight is the big boys from each team going head-to-head. I mean, you look at these rosters, and for South Haven, you've got Trace Grayson at 6'4", 290, Presley Cillian at 6'4", 160, Ethan Barnhill, 6'4", 163, Esteban Covington, 6'4", 160. So, you know, those the latter guys, except for Trace, most of those guys are defensive ends and tight ends and receivers. You know, Nate Green, 6'3", 274. So, you know, a lot of size there. But then for Madisonville, I mean, you've got the same thing. You've got a bunch of boys that are 6'2", 6'3", and on the heavy side, they like that their mama's cooking. So it'll be interesting to see those guys go head to head.
So now 3rd down and 5. The Patriots looking.
Shout out to Spencer. That's Seiler, Presley Seiler.
Seiler, yes. I'm not sure why you're shouting that out to me. As a toss to 5, and he's staying on his feet. That's number 5 of the Patriots. Emmanuel Dang gets in the end zone. Touchdown for the Patriots. It's a great run by the freshman at 5'3". Brilliant touchdown there, and after the 2-point conversion attempt, it's only 1 score remaining until they can potentially run down this clock. So the 2-point conversion attempt here, tripped up in the backfield. The defenders get something to just stand their ground a little bit there. The 2-point conversion, no good. It's 30-0 with 1:33 left to go in the first quarter. The Patriots 1 score away from making this clock run down. We want to thank you once again for tuning into tonight's broadcast here on the 8-Man Extremes YouTube channel. Spencer Thompson and James Shannon here at Martin Luther King Jr. Park in Springfield, Tennessee. There's another onside kick attempted by the Patriots, missed and picked up by the Patriots. That's an onside kick recovered. And that's 82 of the Patriots. Andrew Royalty, the junior, getting that onside kick recovery, and the Patriots will get the ball again. James, you would figure at this point with every kick being an onside kick attempt that the defenders would try to better receive the ball on it.
Yeah, you have to make that adjustment with every kick having been an onside. I mean, they could kick it deep, and that's why you would keep one guy deep, but I would be bringing 7 guys up as close to the line as you could. To try to prepare for that. And I would stagger them, too. I wouldn't just put them all on a line.
It's now 1st and 10 here for the Patriots, recovering yet another onside kick. The first quarter almost at an end with 60 seconds left. It's a ball handed off, and that's 80. But that's it's a short gain there for the Patriots. That was number 21, Frankie Gagliano. So now 2nd down and 7 for the Patriots, and the clock running down now. So that may bring us to the end of the first quarter. Here's 2nd and 7. It's now Andrew Crawley in quarterback position. Takes the rush, going up and gets a first down. Andrew Crawley, the freshman, getting a good run there. That's another first down there for the Patriots. And with that, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter with the score. The South Haven Christian School Patriots 30 and the Madisonville Defenders 0. Welcome back. The clock now continually running down. It's not 35 points. It's 30. So we do have a running clock now here in Springfield. And the Patriots on offense will run it again. There's 21 going through the middle. That's frankly Gagliano. It looks like time called. Okay, so time called there to just place the ball. Of course, a running clock here in Springfield. It's now 1st and 10 here on about the 15-yard line. Ball snapped in. Crawley looking on the right side, tosses it over, passes it to 55, stays in the end zone. Just short of the goal line. Looks like a defender injured on the right side of the field. Gets back up, just a little shaken up there. That was a great pass by Crawley to number 55, Nate Green. It's a freshman pass to a senior receiver. So it's 1st and goal on the 2-yard line for the Patriots. So now 1st and goal here for the Patriots. It's Crawley under center. Ball snapped, ball handed off to Green. This is Nate Green with a small reception there. 2nd and goal. Looks like no gain on the play.
No gain. Now 2nd goal.
Second and goal on the 5-yard line. Here's Crawley looking for someone to toss to, and he does. Caught and touchdown by Nate Green with the reception. So that'll pretty much make it a running game, 36-0. So 9:44 left in the second quarter. They have stopped the clock. So 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Just good positioning there for Nate Green in the right side of the end zone to get that touchdown there. Crawley almost got sacked. Here's Crawley, hands it off. And there's number 10, Isaac Wallace with the 2-point conversion. So 38-0 the score now, 9:44 left in the second quarter. The defenders needing a miracle here.
Hey, Q, watch the sideline.
So James, looking a little bit to the next game here, the Patriots and the Defenders here. We go to Madisonville next week against the Defenders, and Defenders hosting Hendersonville. With the way Hendersonville was playing last night, and so far what we've seen of the Defenders, is that going to be another blowout?
It might be. It might be, and we'll have to look farther into it. We might change the game. We might do a different game. We'll have to definitely have to take a look at it. We always want to broadcast competitive games, and I'm not 100% sure. So we'll definitely take a look at it.
Do we have any other games at Madisonville, or is that the only one we have on the schedule?
That's the only one. They only have 3 home games this year. We will cover them later on in the season. as they travel down to St. Andrews Swanee to take on the Mountain Lions. So we'll cover them again this year. Like I said, well, they only have 3 home games, so it's hard to find a spot where they're on the schedule. Next week there is we have the Tennessee Heat at Christian Community School. We have Bowling Green Christian here at South Haven, and that's the only game next Friday night. And the next Saturday, of course, we'll be down at Fayetteville. We've got Franklin Classical School at Riverside Christian Academy. So we'll have that game going on. We'll make a decision on next Friday's game.
So it's the first and 10 here on the 20-yard line for the defenders. They're trying something on offense here. Of course, the clock winding down, so we're going to have a much shorter game than last night. And flags thrown. So it looks like it will be a false start on the offense. So first and 15 here for the defenders on the 15-yard line.
Because my son's never played and he kind of gets it, it's like a fresh piece of clay. You know what I mean? He's sort of formed perfectly.
First and 15 for the defenders. Here's Josh Jones with motion on the play, fakes the handoff, hands it off to his running back. That's 24, Caleb Jones. Just a loss. That'll be about 2nd down and 17. The defenders just having a lot of struggles here on offense.
Yeah, and it's something that, I know they've been practicing for about 2 or 3 weeks now. And so it's stuff that they'll have to go back to Madisonville and continue to work on.
Here's 2nd and long. Jones tossed out, almost intercepted, but picked up. That's 33, Davis Miller on the right side. Gets to about the 34-yard line. It looked like South Haven would have gotten the interception there, but good positioning for Davis Miller as the ball was tipped up there. Amazing play.
Just like last night, it looks like a volleyball game out here almost. A lot of volleys and serves, so going back and forth. I'll tell you the other interesting thing about the game here. I'm looking down in the stands, and I can count at least 3 other coaches from other teams. When you do have a Saturday night primetime game, you're going to get other people here at your game, which can be a good thing and a bad thing.
So the defender's looking at the sideline to make sure they get the play right. As it's 1st and 10. Here's Jones again, tossing it on the right side. Caught and forced out of bounds is number 23, Chris Haig. So now it is 2nd down and looks like 2nd down and 3 here for Madisonville. Here's 2nd and 3. It's in high formation here for the defenders. This ball snapped, handed off. That's to Hunter Benson going on the left side. He's brought out, ball forced out and rolls out of bounds to the 32-yard line. So that's a loss on the play. Fortunate for Hunter Benson, ball going out of bounds and still in their possession. But Hunter Benson just not keeping a strong grip on the ball there.
And that was a really great play. You saw him. He was going to make that tackle for a loss, but he had the heads up, the decision-making to poke the ball out and make that play and knock it out of bounds and get even more of a loss.
So the defenders luckily still have the ball. Could have been a fumble recovery for the Patriots. It's now 3rd down and 12 after the loss.
Hey, Q, keep them out your box.
It's 3rd and 12, handed up, fake handoff by Jones, scrambles to the right, looking for the pass, fakes it, going on the right side. He's brought down just inside the 10 original yards there. It's 4th down and 8. So it looks like the defenders will have to punt it away here. So halfway through the 2nd quarter, it's a 38-0 lead for the Patriots already. A lot more scoring on the board than we saw last night in Hendersonville. So 4th down and 8. And they will not punt it away. They're trying again as Hunter Benson running on the right side. Will he make it past the first down marker? Referee rules yes. That's a 1st down and 10. That's the first successful fake punt attempt that they've had on offense so far this game, James.
Yeah, and that's a really good momentum booster. When you can get a drive going and make some positive plays, some of the first they've been able to make today, that's a really big confidence builder.
So it's now 1st down and 10 here for the defenders across midfield. We'll see if they can do anything here on offense. Of course, the clock's still winding down, so they're running out of time to do something here. And that's a timeout called, looks like by the Patriots. So now with 5:06 left to go in the second quarter, it's 38-0. The Patriots leading over the defenders. So we're going to move the camera real quick because we notice the video quality is a little bit iffy because of the sun reflecting in. We're going to see how this camera works on the new open window here. And it's not catching the reflection of the sun in the window, so it should be a little bit more decent. But again, it's a timeout called by the Patriots here, and they're coming back on the field.
Hey, Q, they in your box. So make sure they out for 3 yards off the side.
So now the referee resuming the game. So now 1st and 10 here for the defenders on the 36-yard line in Patriot territory. Trying a rush up the middle. That was number 17, Ryan Barding. Trying to rush it through the middle there. Gets a gain of a few yards on the play. It's 2nd down and 6.
About 7 for the defender.
So 2nd down here for the defenders. Patriots keeping their defense up. Here goes Jones in the backfield. Manages to rush through the middle. Got a little bit of a gain on the play. Not enough to get to the 1st down marker. Just a few yards short. It's 3rd down and 2. Just a good run there by Josh Jones.
Yeah, a really solid gain there, and it's what I said earlier. We're coming up 4 minutes to go to halftime. You got to run in clock. If these guys can keep these positive plays going, we could have something happening.
And of course, at halftime, we'll give our analysis of what we've seen so far in this game. And there goes 17 again, Ryan Barding rushing up the middle, and they get the 1st down. And they stop the clock. Get the ball positioned, then defenders with the 1st down. So, of course, at halftime, James and I will break down the first half a little bit, or try to make sense of it for you guys on what's happened so far. That'll be coming up immediately after the second quarter. So it's a handoff by Jones to Benson. And a flag down, but Benson tripped up a little bit in the backfield. We'll see what the referee calls here.
There's a flag on the play.
We'll see what the referee calls here. Looks like a block in the back on the offense. So we'll take this ball back to about the 30 excuse me, the 28-yard line. It's now 1st and 13. Here's 1st and 13. Man to the left and right of Jones. Snaps, looking for the pass. Still 1st down, deep toss up the middle, and it is right through the hands of the defender. That was intended for Chris Haig. That'll be 2nd down and 13. Looks like he could have had that catch there, James, just unfortunately had coverage from 2 men.
Yeah, but it's good to see those guys. It's good to see those guys taking those shots downfield, and the fact that they haven't given up and that they're still trying to make something out of this.
And another penalty called, and this time on the Patriots, so that's in favor for the defenders. Ball moved up about 10 yards, so it looks like it may be a holding call. They're going to call this offensive pass interference on the Patriots. So that's 1st down and 10 on the 15-yard line. So that's a big break for Madisonville.
I'll give the defender 1st and 10.
Focus on your own thing.
1st and 15, 1st and 10. That's a run by Ryan Barding on the right side. It's a gain of about 8 yards on the play, so it's 2nd down and 2. It's a good run by Ryan Barding.
Now 2nd and 3 for the defenders.
Now about 2nd down and looks like 4. Defenders, the clock still running on, just over 2 minutes left before the end of the 1st half. That's run on the left side. Maybe a gain of a few yards on the play, not quite to the 1st down marker, it looks like. Maybe just short.
Short gain, but enough for defenders 1st down.
And they will move the chains. It's enough for a 1st down there.
For the defenders.
Yeah, another positive play, and I know South Haven has a lot of their backups in, their 2nd stringers and JV guys maybe in there, and so that's why Madisonville is able to make some of these positive plays. But at the same time, for Madisonville, these guys to maybe making offensive plays, it's a big step in the right direction.
Here goes Jones again, looking for the pass. It's incomplete, intended for Chris Haig. Looked like a perfect catch for him to make there, but just couldn't pull it in.
Taking another shot downfield. That's what these guys are going to have to do, and they're trying to do it well.
So now just under a minute and a half left to go in the 2nd quarter. Now 2nd down and 1. Well snapped. Here's Jones again. Fakes the pass. Ball loose. It's falling on, and the referee will rule. It looks like it may be in possession to the defenders. We'll see what he says here. It's a huge pile down at about the 7-yard line. And that'll be Patriots ball, 3rd down with the loss, 3rd down and 6. Excuse me, it looked like it was Patriot ball, and the referee has ruled it's back in possession to the defenders. So the defenders keep possession to 3rd and 6. It's handed up, pitched by Jones over to Benson. The Benson trying to juke out a tackle and get something here, but he's going to take a huge loss on the play. Staying up for a good amount of time on the left side. Stays in bounds up to about the 8-yard line. Does not look like it will be enough, but the defenders still well in scoring range. With 20 seconds left before the half, they may be able to get a score here. But a timeout called first by
Official timeout.
the officials because of an injury on the far side of the field. It's one of the defenders down. So coaches will look at him on the sideline. We'll take a quick break. So the injured player heading back to the sideline, that's Hunter Benson, who was laying down the Patriots sideline there.
He's got some problems with his legs because they're carrying him over to the other sideline.
So hopefully it's not anything too serious, especially with the first game of the season. Of course, the coaches and medical staff will check him out. Play will resume in just a moment. There's an attempted run by the defenders there, plowing through the helmet off for number 17, Ryan Barding. Time called with 9 seconds left.
Short game before it's called.
So it's 4th and goal.
Now it's 4th and goal for the defender.
That was Ryan Barding's helmet came off there. It's hard to tell if it was directly tackled on or if it was just an accident.
And the thing about that is he's got to come off the field for a play.
Yeah, when the helmet ever comes off.
And we have a turnover on downs.
So with 9 seconds left, it looks like the Patriots may just take a knee to end the first half, but you never know. They've given us some surprises already in this game.
Correction, that was 4th down. That's now 1st and 10 for the Patriots.
So 1st and 10 for the Patriots right before the end of the second quarter. We'll see if they just knee it or take a run. See what the Patriots do here. It looks like a knee will be taken by Crawley, and that will result in the end of the first half. The South Haven Christian School Patriots 38 and the Madisonville Defenders 0. All right, give us just a few seconds. James and I will break down the first half briefly, and then we'll head into a halftime break.
Ladies and gentlemen, halftime is a great time to visit our concession stand. Also would like to acknowledge our patron visitors.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we said, it would be just a second. Spencer Thompson, James Shannon here for 8-Man Extreme. Halftime, the score 38-0. The South Haven Christian School Patriots dominating the Madisonville Defenders. James, what are the Defenders doing wrong in this half?
Well, it's just a lot of first-year mistakes in their second year is what's going on. I mean, a lot of bad snaps. You know, this last drive, yeah, they had a lot of positive things happen, but they're also playing against backups and JV players. So, you know, it's another matter of, you know, what kind of adjustments can they make at halftime. It's also a thing about the coaching staff telling these guys to not get discouraged and not to just give up. You know, at this point, I mean, I'm sure these guys feel like, you know, just go ahead and, you know, undress and shower and head back for the bus and go back to Madisonville. But those guys can't do it. These guys can't do that. And so you got to finish out the ball game. You know, we're going to have a running clock more than likely unless Madisonville can put some points on the board. So we should be in for a quick second half. And less time you guys have to put up with us.
Now again, 38-0 and such. Is there anything that the defenders can do to kind of, well, we already talked about the defenders there. With the Patriots, we've seen some things like this where, blowing first half leads. We've seen that recently. I'm not going to mention any names, Atlanta Falcons. But what do the Patriots have to do here to just see out the game?
Just play solid football like they have been. I mean, these guys, they're not making a whole lot. I mean, they are making mistakes. They've had a lot of flags. But they have a lot of seniors there on the team, guys like Xavier Vincent, Junior Kobe Rojo. A lot of those guys just need to step up. Senior Nate Green, those guys just need to step up along with the young guys like Crawley and Ding and just continue to play mistake-free football. That's the biggest thing. Just don't make any mistakes and you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break here for the halftime intermission. 38-0, the Patriots leading over the defenders. We'll be back in about 8 minutes.
I want to thank our Patriot boosters, platinum members, Michael and Candy Crawley.
Welcome back to the second half, kicking off here for the Patriots and the defenders here in Springfield, Tennessee. 38-0, the score at the half. The Patriots dominating the defenders, and that's a touchback to start out the half. I believe they're going to let the clock run down for the third quarter as it started there. Yeah, so third and fourth quarter, the clock's going to be running down, so this will be a short second half unless the defenders can put up any points here. Again, Spencer Thompson, James Shannon live here with 8-Man Extreme, part of the Extreme Sports Network. So now the defenders will have the ball to start out on their own 15-yard line. Touchback. Now 1st and 10. Ball snap, fumble by Jones, and he's tripped up in the backfield. There'll be a lot of loss on that play. Ball going all the way back to about the 8, make that the 7-yard line. It'll be about just a big loss on the play there. It's 2nd and 17. As the defenders scrambling around as Jones gets up to the middle. He's brought from behind, avoids a tackle, but brought down by Isaac Wallace. It's about 3rd down and 15 for the defenders.
Now 3rd and long for the defenders. Number 10 Willis on the takedown.
Third down and 15 for the defenders. It's an I formation here for Madisonville. Got a receiver on the right as Jones hands it off. As it was handed off to 87, Ethan Garrison.
Number 85 of the Patriots.
It'll be 4th down here. Looks like they'll just punt it away. Just kind of a slow game here for Madisonville, James.
Yeah, and you know, getting the second half kickoff, you know, guarantees they'll get a chance on offense once they recover and receive the kickoff. But you know, this is a chance for these guys to get something up and running offensively and maybe stop this clock.
So now 4th down and long, and another attempted run by Hunter Benson going up the middle. He's blocked, and ball lost and picked up by the Patriots. Just about at the line of scrimmage, so well in the red zone at about the 14-yard line, so the Patriots will take over on downs here.
Number 44.
Big hit, big block there on the backside of the play as Benson was scrambling there. And, you know, just more proof that these guys have not. It doesn't seem like these guys have given up yet.
So now 1st and 10 here for the Patriots. Looks like they'll get another score in the game to kind of fully seal the deal, although it looks like it's been sealed pretty much since the first half, unfortunately. And more in the first quarter especially. So 1st and 10 here for the Patriots. So handed off. There goes Wellis. He loses the ball just shy of the end zone. So it'll be 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. So Isaac Wallace trying to hold on to the ball there, but just loses it. But lucky for him, it went out of bounds right at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, big break there for the Patriots. A good run there by Wallace, first-year player, but yeah, big break there, so they'll keep the ball.
So now it's 1st and goal on the 1-yard line. Looks like the Patriots will get another score here with the way they've been playing. Trying to rush it in. He will. Touchdown for number 16, Kobe Rojo.
Yeah, just more icing. I hope you guys like icing on your cake because it's going to be pretty thick today.
It's one of the best analogies I've ever heard. I'll give you that one, James.
I'm a fat boy. If anybody can give analogies about icing on a cake, it's a fat boy.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt here for Patriots. The ball handed off, and 2-point conversion is good for Damon Benson. Excuse me, that was for number 22, Xavier Vincent. So now 46-0 the score with 7:27 left in the third quarter. The clock stopping with any score, but will continually run during the rest of the game.
This one guys test their sportsmanship right here. See how good they get into this ahead of time and seeing how well they're going to be with still being humble, you know, instead of getting with their turns. This is where you're going to test you.
Yeah, I'm looking at the schedule for both of these teams, and Madisonville, of course, they host Hendersonville Christian Academy next week. They have a bye, and then they travel to Bowling Green Christian for the first game of the Battle of the Bluegrass this year. They'll play twice. South Haven, on the other hand, they will host Bowling Green Christian next week, and then they will travel down to Fayetteville to take on Riverside Christian, and then host the Heat and then a bye. So a busy next couple weeks for South Haven.
And that's going to be a touchback. And, of course, we do currently have on the schedule that we will be traveling up to Madisonville to host the Hendersonville Christian Academy Warriors. But we will give an official announcement tomorrow on whether that will be our game of broadcast or we may switch the game. Because, as James said earlier, we do want the most competitive games broadcast, of course. So we will announce that tomorrow as to which team we will be covering officially.
And we may be back here. I know, like I said, South Haven's hosting Bowling Green, and it's two teams that, you know, with the way the MTAC North is, Christian community, we've got them projected to win the North. But then with Hendersonville Christian not being postseason eligible, Bowling Green and South Haven will be fighting for those 2 and 3 spots.
Here's a handoff ball loose. A handoff by Jones intended for Haig. It's loose, and it looks like the Patriots have recovered. Yep, the Patriots have recovered. They will get the ball again. Turnover on downs.
Play recovered by Willis. First and 10 for the Patriots.
The first and 10 here for South Haven. The clock still running down with 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Ball snapped and handed off by Crawley. And there's Dang going across the line and just short of the end zone at about the 3-yard line. So Manuel Dang with the run, and another great move by the freshman. 5'3", 136. There's Crawley going into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is good. 48-0 as the clock continually runs down. Looked like the two-point conversion no good. We're noticing the stream is having a little bit of issues. We'll get that adjusted in just a moment. But what you just missed, there was a penalty called on the two-point conversion attempt on the Patriots. They've reattempted the try and no good. So 52-0 the score right now with 5:36 left to go in the third quarter. The Patriots just trying to finish it up here in Springfield. Just letting you know, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to stay subscribed to the channel. We're going to create another stream to get the video back on, because the YouTube app is showing video live but is having a little bit of errors for some reason. So we will be live. Just stay subscribed to the channel. Look at the main page, and it will feature the live video. Just give us one moment.